Thank you.
I want to fly a plane.
I could teach you.
Okay, I'll take you up on it later.
Okay.
I'm going to fly.
So, all right.
I'm gonna fly it into the BCSO.
Yeah, Jesus. Okay. Oh man. So I'm glad we had a little bit of time to rest. Michael's gonna be back tomorrow. We're still waiting to hear how the votes lined up. I'm pretty confident in it. Because I doubt there was that much like anti-voting bullshit going around. If we do see no votes, I mean, if it ends up failing, it's whatever, right? Like, I'm kind of like, I think at this point we're used to the dumb. But here's where I see things rolling out. Oh, Mina, how you doing? How you doing, Mina?
Sorry,
You're
you
good.
know I was out.
Yep. We only just got done started. We just started. Snow came down. He talked about having a business that he applied for. He also applied for the air master position. He asked whether there would be a conflict. I told him there could be. I don't know the details of what he's trying to do. If obviously we wouldn't want an air master to like mostly use that towards their singular business. That's just generally not healthy. My general gut is if Snow wants to run a business, then he probably shouldn't be the air marshal, right? Or he should train someone to then take the position and then he focuses as an instructor, because otherwise his business is, how is he going to run his air business and the program at the same time? Right. Yeah. I also have concerns that Jackie would be the air guy for the nth time, and there's people in the city need to be afforded the opportunity to, you know, be given a chance as well. Right.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to get as much interest as I can and have people actually fill out a form. I've been through different shifts doing it, putting it out there just so I can see who's interested where. And honestly, he's the only name I even recognize on here. So that's a good start, because I remember you had said earlier that you want to try and give someone new a shot, maybe.
Yep, agreed. Yeah, I'm gonna lean towards that. I wouldn't be opposed for him necessarily. I mean, we'll see. I guess we'll see what the apps look like. I do not want us talking heavily about legislation with anyone that may be a detractor or whatever, just because the situation has gotten significantly worse. Obviously, we've gotten over this hurdle. We have been we just have people doing dumb shit. We still do not know why some of this legislation has been contested. I don't want us wasting our energy fighting back, because it's pointless. We got a county to build up, right? It's a waste of time. I'm going to lean more towards we document and we let the public know and let the public protest themselves. I think that is significantly more powerful than waiting a month for a court case underlinedly showing that some of these people in position of power do not understand ethics and have no fucking common sense, and they're doing shit that is inherently illegal. I don't think it's worth going through the same court system that has zero understanding of what the fuck they're doing, quite frankly. So it's just like a waste of our own time. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
sure.
instead, our future goal, as far as I'm concerned, is with this political party, we're just going to take the mayorship next election up north. And that's where my mind is at. Because at the end of the day, when you end up with a mayor that's only passing like cop shit and doing wild shit like this, fuck them. Let's just get rid of them. Easy. And running on a to mayor party is I think significantly easier than I originally would have thought. I mean, she won against Bobby, right? But I don't think she's going to win that election again. I'm pretty confident in, especially when the following
voting.
with the block voting. Exactly. I want you to take in mind how many people voted yes, and how last minute and how little time we had to fight for it. That was a lot of fucking votes. Now you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
This morning I started looking through business applications, just to get prepared, because I had someone text me about, like, you know, I said, hey, start getting prepared with your PowerPoint presentations. You know what the only business that has gotten approved in the last couple months is? I noticed the number went from 14 to 15. Eve Summers got a business approved. The now deputy mayor.
Wait, deputy mayor.
Yeah, so Eve joined Andy's team.
Yeah, Tilly and I saw them working together in City Hall and talking about signing in and shit.
I can't believe this.
Yeah, well, I mean, we kind of figured as much, right? Now the cat's out of the bag. Now, let me ask you something. Does it really fucking matter? I mean, like, if, yeah, here's some food. Here's where I look at it. Did she get it approved before or after she became deputy? Both ways look fucking awful. And the truth doesn't matter, right? I mean, the truth is probably fucking nasty. But regardless of the truth, I've already documented it all. What do you think people are going to think? You ready for the next one? Guess whose other business got approved up in Blaine by the mayor? Siobhan Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, so I got a question about her too for you, Nino. Why is she representing our police department in the county in a lawsuit?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Which case?
I'll find out. I've been asking this for a while, and everyone's like, oh, she's the LSPD lawyer.
I'll talk to Daisy about it. She probably doesn't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to throw. She's Siobhan, in the words of her good friend, is like a political Venus flytrap. She looks where there might be a power vacuum. She goes in and she.
No problem.
So that is interesting. So, that is very interesting. Yeah, let me know when you see that. Okay. Putting all that aside, right? You can let people know to stop putting their business proposals together. The way that I want us to handle it is with the COC. That's going to be you, Mina, and Michael. And then, you know, I'd like, oh my God, oh my God, how am I forgetting your name right now? Wyatt, sorry.
Oh my god, I thought it was gonna be mine.
Sitting in on that, given that he's got the background. Yeah. And the way that I think we should handle it is kind of like a Dragon's Den or Shark Tank kind of thing, right? Just so they have the ability to kind of propose it, make it a fun thing, and then if there's any like technical problems or whatever things that we got to talk about, we can do so in that forum, and they do so alongside their proposal, so it's not just a bunch of clicking buttons bullshit. Now,
I like it.
yeah, I think so I'd say that if this week we get people to start running down in that direction, we'll set a date for sometime next week where we can start approving these things. The second thing I wanted to bring up is, as we discussed, I think we pull back on all the taxation completely. I think it doesn't help us politically, and quite frankly, if we can show that the people listen and we just fucking wipe the taxes altogether, I think that's a boon. It's already it was already going to be too much paperwork on our end when you add on the the dislike towards taxes, it's not worth it, right? If we start running out of money when it comes to like events and stuff like that, we'll find another means to garner that money. And we're sitting pretty right now on $46 million. So I think we should be fine at least until the end of the term. Next, material stuff. I think, Wyatt, let's start with a 50. Well, how much is $50,000 in materials? Like, what would be? Yeah, after the reductions and all that. Either way, let's kick that off next week after we get the new mechanic shops approved. I'd say in the meantime, I would get their contacts and maybe chop up some numbers, and we kick off MOPEC this weekend. So that way it's like coinciding with the new shops coming up. My primary reason for that is it's really just Mary's that's approved and ADMC, but there's at least 3 others that want to go up and going. So you know, coinciding both of them is probably the best move.
I have a small question. Do you know which locations the other mechanic shops are wanting to put down their routes?
I'm only familiar with Vinny's, and his is the building across from Strawberry gas station. I think Kevin's is in front of Uwu Cafe, like a building near that. And then I don't know about the others.
Yeah, this case must be closed because I can't find it now, but yeah.
Okay.
Real quick, is my cold case in 15 minutes?
Yes. Yep. I'll be at that too.
I don't want to go.
Wait, why? You waited
Court
2
case
months
for
for
what?
this.
Well, no, this is just the Riker one, so he can get his ass in jail.
It's the one where the PD fucking searched all this shit.
Thank you. I didn't pass out. You can take it back. I'm
Whatever, it's fine.
I'm pouting.
Nino, I shared with you the list of people who are showing interest. It's a live sheet with all their...
How do I see it?
Google.
Oh.
So if you see anything that sticks out that is like a Peldo or at the top of your list, just add a comment, and that way we can keep that sorted. But I still want to meet with the chief. I have a meeting with her tonight just to be like, hey, do you have any recommendations? Is there anything I can do to help you, kind of thing? And do you need anything explained in the act? Go from there.
Okay.
So I talked to Peters this morning, and he's gonna help set it up too, but I've already been in contact with the chief.
Wait, Nadia May, isn't she a dispatcher?
I don't know.
Billy?
She was, yeah.
Was she part of the little clique?
Yeah, she was a
All right, so that's a
she
no.
was kind of a bitch. Respectfully. She was one of those.
Cuddles fish? Okay. Yeah, well.
So
I think she should still be given an opportunity, though.
yeah,
We'll see. J-Link and
Wait, what's she trying to do?
Air
Air Marshal.
Yeah. Air
I'm
Master.
sure
yeah.
she'll
Sorry.
be fine.
Yeah, we'll still chat with her. I want look, I don't know her. I don't want to go off rumor. We're not Blaine County, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
100%. Tilly's word means nothing.
What the fuck?
All right.
I just said I think she'll be fine. Well, I know she doesn't do too good with power. Like she has a problem.
Okay,
with power.
look, this is what I
Yeah,
don't
yeah, we're
want,
good.
right? This is what I don't want. Like is let's not dive too deep into like psychologically breaking someone down. We know, look, at the end of the day, you got a bunch of dog shit people up in Blaine County doing dog shit things. Let's not, step on the poop and get our feet dirty.
Yeah. The
The other thing I wanted to bring up here is,
My pay.
yeah, I need to get you that. We're waiting for the being able to budget things out, so I'm gonna send you 25K.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yep.
That's fine. I'm
Yep.
just being a dick.
No, I'm glad you reminded me. I gotta pay off the police. Let me see what other legislation passed. Bro, so much passed.
Everything.
Yeah.
Stab is gonna get reworked, so we're getting rid of some of this stuff. I'm gonna have Michael rewrite it. Here's what I want you working with him, Bill. We're gonna be simplifying some of that tax shit. I don't know how yet, so we'll wait until Michael's back to go down that line.
Yeah, I had already started simplifying all the documents when you asked me to last week or the week before.
Yeah, I think that's good.
But
I want Michael's.
I work well with Michael. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Social committee. We'll wait until I'll talk to Daisy about that, and then when Archibald is back, the ordinances. So what I want you focusing on, Bill, is you sort of asked like, where do you go from here? The big reality of the matter is we got all our main foundational stuff in, right? And so now we have so much ability to do so much interesting stuff in Los Santos. Let's have you stop focusing on talking to people, talking to lawyers, seeing where their grievances are, see if there's any road laws they want to see changed, if they want to see, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So look to see if there's things that people have problems with and legislation we can pass that makes their lives better. And any piece of legislation is going to be brain dead simple, because that's apparently all the DOJ and Blaine County can read, and it'll make our life easier, right? The biggest thing we learned is people cannot read and have the, comprehension of, a fucking 15-year-old. Why am I coming to that conclusion? Apparently, Declan read air shit, and this is supposed to be their, like, brain vat, right? And he still thinks that we're controlling, like, LSPD air certificate. I don't understand it. Like, I think people want, like, fucking MIT level, like review process when these guys can't read to begin with. Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, Peters was saying something about BCSO being mad too because we're controlling their air certs. So,
they're just dumb. That's what it is.
Do you mind if I keep moving forward with that? Because I kind of
with what
got like a massive the air stuff, like just collecting the name.
The names, yes, not beyond that, because it's an entire political mess I'm dealing with LSPD. So I don't want you speaking too much upon it, other than you are collecting names for civ shit, because I don't think you're gonna do anything. The fact that these guys are reading like simple English and like getting confused intentionally, maliciously, I'm sort of preventing you from saying something and then like twisting it up into some bullshit, because that's all they're really good for.
It really seems like what they're aiming for too. I agree.
Yep. I got done talking to Peters. They're already upset that LSPD wants their own certification program, and they're trying to certify people that they've already poached. So I was very transparent about it, is that they're playing fuck games. They're trying to roll back all of July 3rd. There was a situation that happened a long time ago called Sandy Shores, the war. There was a phrase going around,
never happened.
Yeah, that it never happened. They're like literally trying to do this with July 3rd, and I think it's going to bite them in the ass, right, at the end of the day. So let them continue to do dumb shit, and they'll find out in time. So,
I didn't mean like going out and interviews and shit like that. We're nowhere near that. I meant more working on the back end vision, kind of, for the civilian side. I'm not going anywhere near the PD. That's their department. That's their mess. They appoint people, and that's the power given to them. So I wasn't trying to interfere or anything like that with them.
Okay. Yep. Makes sense.
But at the same time, chief of police has a say in the civilian side as well. So that's why I wanted to just kind of extend a leaf and be like, I'm here if you need help. And if you have any recommendations, hand them this form.
Yeah, I like that. I'd say keep getting the word out there.
Yeah. Maybe I can see if their dispatchers can hand the form out too to people who come down to PD, because I don't know how much I trust the clerks around here, to be fair.
I don't know what the fuck the clerks are. They do. I mean, Eve's a clerk.
Well,
Leia's a clerk. I mean, that says a lot, right?
seems like they're all Marshall puppets now, to be honest, like Sherry and everyone.
Okay.
So I don't know if there's a way we can get a clerk for City Hall, but
all right. Anything else we want to hit? We got about 7 minutes here.
In terms of the funding aspect of the material part, how are we going about that? I think if we sell or buy at 12, that's 600 grand, and if we sell at 9 or 10, I mean, if we sell at 10, that's $100,000 deficit. If we sell at 9, it's 150.
That is not bad. That is beautiful. And that's how many pots?
See, I was going to ask you about that too.
I think it's 14 per, unless it's been reduced.
Yeah, something like that. I would have to look and see, because I thought about even going into the part production and just making a fuck ton of parts and just selling parts. That way there's no...
I think it's 14, but for some reason in the back of my mind, I think it may have gotten reduced. That's going to be like 300 pots at least.
And they only, like the mechanic shops that are like approved to use the reserve, they should only use that reserve if they can't get enough parts themselves for the week or materials themselves for the week, correct?
Okay. Mina, how have you been? I know we haven't linked in a minute.
I have really burnt both ends trying to get people to vote. Really, that's my main focus. Speaking of, you were talking about the mayorship up in the north. I have heard from several people up north that they plan on running next chance they can.
Okay. I would say that if there's any groups that have been very I'm gonna have Michael set up the email chain for the legislative reviews. Mina, if you could help collect some names and state IDs for the different groups, that'd be dope.
Absolutely.
Yep. I toned out Wyatt. No, I didn't. Wyatt, did you ask me something?
Yeah, like with mechanics, they should only use a reserve if they can't get materials themselves, correct? Like if they absolutely need it, or do you want people to come to the reserve to get materials?
I thought I answered that. I would say yes. I would say yes to the extent that I think that we should only provide them like, so this is going to be the tough part, right? Is we want to make sure that we provide them with enough materials to be, I wouldn't say if they can't get it. I think we need to show that they're in operation, right? So like, we don't want them to like rely on us. I think we should at least ask, how many materials are you getting in, right? If we start to get the sense that they're relying solely on us, we need to give them less. I'd say let's start with like equal pots for the shops, and then, you know, we'll sort of see how it goes and then react to that, because it's hard to know. It's hard to predict what people are going to do. Some people are going to do some scummy shit. Some people are going to be a little bit more you know, like fair about it. And I think that's where MOPEC kind of comes into play to make sure people are doing it right.
And I think like, because I've got Patar's material business that will give that 50K materials like every Monday and with no hitches at all. And if, you know, it was to ever ramp up to where we needed 150, I mean, Cloak has her material business now. There's a lot more people in Sani now. Like there's a lot of people doing it now.
Yeah, and I think like MOPEC should encourage for these independent shops from popping up or working directly for us, one of the two. I think but yeah, like I said, I want to answer some of these questions, but the reality is that until we get the data, it's hard to kind of predict.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to this. I'm glad I had like the week. I'm glad. I hope you guys use the week as well to kind of relax a little bit, because I think the only with the worry that I got now is we have to relight the excitement for a lot of people that I think genuinely believe that what happened over the last 2 weeks was fucking trash, right? Like,
Well, that definitely lit it.
are you okay, Tilly? Oh my god, dude.
Motion to not have meetings here again.
Oh, let me share the business apps, by the way, real quick. I'm gonna share the ones that I got pictures of earlier, but this might be the best way to share it going forward. Let me see.
I threw a rock at it. I didn't think it would.
A1 jet fuel. What do you
Bro,
expect?
ADHD, bro. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah, which makes a spark against metal.
Oh, you're right. I didn't think it like that.
Where all the names disappear, dude? All right. So that's probably the best way to share them as well. It's just that one screen cap, because I don't think there's a way for me to like actually like print these out.
Oh, I see.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That also gives an idea of like what our expectation is, because I think we need to know like who the owner is going to be. Some of these don't even have owners on it. It may not be something that that's the other thing. Like this, everything I've heard is that you automatically get bank access, but I've also heard people say that judges have to do it alongside it. Like it's not automatic, but they're supposed to create it. But with new judges in place, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I haven't really seen any of the other judges. So, oh shit. All right, I'll see you after Tsunami. I'll be at the court case. I was like, why can't I open my phone up? Bro, chat, today got fucking spicy, bro. What in the fuck? How is it so spicy?